Bus is leaving the airport, and the bus was carrying 50 teens from Guatemala and Venezuela. Migrants, mostly teenage girls. The plane came from Texas, but nobody really knew where they were headed. Police then boarded the bus to find out what the hell was going on. And Primetime spent the last 24 hours investigating the situation, and there is a web of human trafficking in play, sanctioned by the U.S. government with a lot of money changing hands. The group moving these migrants is known as MVM Inc. They're one of several NGOs that contracts with the feds to transport unaccompanied migrant kids across the country through the sponsor process. And it looks like moving migrants is good business. MVM signed a deal with Homeland Security for $136 million last year. So it's our tax dollars that are funding the human trafficking. Teenage girls were being taken to sponsors, whatever that means. And this was the third plane that had come in with underage migrants just in a week to this one airport in the middle of nowhere. No one in history has flown this many teenagers since Joe Biden, not even Jeffrey Epstein. Is he reuniting all of these kids with their families? No. Most of these teenagers are going to sponsor. So who do you think is willing to sponsor an underage girl from Guatemala? Exactly. Does Biden have any idea what happens to these kids? After all, his team has already lost 20,000 migrant kids. Lost them. And the teenagers Biden's not losing to sex traffickers, he's making them suicidal. We reported Friday that thousands of young migrants in Biden's care have been slitting their wrists to escape from these military bases. So this is clearly not a top priority for the big guy. No one on his team can even admit we have a border crisis to begin with. Where's AOC weeping in her white